Have you ever noticed how two people can go through the exact same things and walk away with completely different meanings? One person fails the test and thinks, I didn't study enough. Another person fails the same test and thinks, the teacher hates me, the system is rigged. It is something much deeper in psychology called the locus of control. It is basically the invisible control center of your life, and where you place that control affects your stress, your confidence, your success, and even how your body responds to your life. So, today, let's figure out where your locus is, how it may be shaping your routine, and how to shift it so that you don't feel like life is just happening to you. Locus simply means place. So, your locus of control is the place where you believe the cause of things in your life comes from. Psychologist Julian Rotter introduced this idea in 1954, and it usually falls into two categories. The first is internal locus of control. You believe you are driving the bus. Your choices, your efforts, your habits, and your mistakes shapes your results. The second is external locus of control. You believe you are more like a passenger. Luck, fate, powerful people, bad timing, or the universe are driving the bus, and you are just trying to survive the ride. Now, at first, you might think, okay, internal is obviously better. Not exactly. If your locus is too internal, you may take responsibility for everything, including the things that were never fully in your control. This may lead to burnout, guilt, and self blame. But if the locus is too external, it may protect you from guilt, but also giving away your power. And over time, this can lead to learned helplessness, the feeling that no matter what you do, nothing changes anyway. So the goal is not one or the other, the goal is balance. And this is where it gets really interesting. This is not just a mindset issue. Your locus of control affects your biology too. When you have strong external locus of control, your body may stay in a more constant state of hypervigilance. Why? Because if life feels unpredictable and out of your hands, your brain starts scanning for threats all the time. Your amygdala, which is your brain's alarm system, stays more activated. Your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, stays elevated, and over time, this can show up as tight shoulder or jaw tension, poor sleep, constant restlessness, feeling on edge for no obvious reason, and even a weaker immune response. On the other hand, people with a healthier internal locus often regulate stress better. Why? Because their nervous system has more trust in their ability to respond. That sense of agency can improve things like wiggle tone, which basically means your body is better at calming itself down after stress. So, yes, the story you tell yourself about control does not just affect your thoughts, it affects your body too. If the first thing you do when you wake up is check your phone, you are immediately handing your locus of control to the outside world. So now your mood depends on news, emails, notifications, other people's demands. You started the day as passenger. So try this instead, the locus reset. Number 1, the 10-minute phone-free window. Before the world gets access to you, do one thing that is fully your choice. Sip your coffee in silence, stretch, make your bed. Just reclaim the first 10 minutes of your morning. Number 2, micro wins. Set 3 tiny goals you can actually complete today. Not huge goals, tiny wins. Because every completed action teaches your brain what I do matters. Number 3, language check. Replace I have to with I choose to. For example, don't say I have to go to the gym. Instead, I choose to go because I want to feel stronger. That small language shift can change how your brain experiences responsibility. Now let's be real. Some external factors are real. You cannot control the economy, you cannot control the weather, you cannot control someone else's decision, mood, or timing. So the goal is not to become a superhero who thinks they control everything. The goal is to get clear on the agency you do have. And that's where tools like Chat Council can help. Because when your mind is stuck in the spiral of everything is going wrong and I can't stop it, you need help separating the noise from the signal. What is outside your control? What is still yours to respond to? That shift matters. Chat Council helps you vent, sort your thoughts, and notice where you might be handing your power away. It helps change the question from why is this happening to me to what is my next best move. And sometimes that one shift is enough to change the entire day. So, in all, your locus of control is not fixed. It's not your personality forever. It's not your destiny. It's more like a muscle. So, the more you practice small choices, small wins, and honest responsibility, the more powerful you feel. So, look at your mental health receipt today. Are you overpaying in stress for the things you were never meant to control? If yes, stop paying the bill. Take the wheel. Now, I want to know from you. Do you think you lean more on internal or external, or does it change depending on the day? Let me know in the comments. Also, do you want a part 2 on how it affects work stress, relationships, or anxiety? Also, let me know into comments. And thank you for watching.